everyone, happy Monday. I'm so excited to be here with you for Parenting Table Talk. And today I have with me Antoinette Lashley, otherwise known as Tet by her friends. You're not allowed to call her that, just me. But anyways, she is actually the director of Sprouts Learning Center that we have here at Bloom Church at our Branson location. And also, the way we met was kind of through mutual friends, but also through the Branson Public Schools. She was working in a special ed department as a para.
Right.
And she had my kiddos, because all three of mine have some sort of special needs that they would have to be in sped for. And so what we're doing is we want to just talk quickly to any parent out there, really parents in general, who may have a child with special needs. We don't want to forget about you. We understand that children with special needs, they require different types of learning, different types of attention. And so we are just wanting to jump on here, share a few little tips, and then we will let you go about your day. So Antoinette, is there anything that just jumps off the top of your head that you think is important to share with any parent that is going through this time where we're having to school at home?
Right.
And it's difficult with a special needs child.
Yeah.
So
First off, have grace for yourself. It is okay if you wake up if you wake up in a morning and you know it is not a day that your child is going to get any work done. It is okay. Yeah, right. But the other thing is, what works really well for us is visual schedules. So if you can get a whiteboard and just write down like what you want to accomplish for the day, and as you guys do it, let the child cross it off so they can see that they are accomplishing stuff throughout the day. But modify. Like, so if you are doing a math sheet and it has 20 problems, it is okay to only get 5 done and then give them a break. That's like the biggest thing, is do not try to pile it all on them. Allow them to have breaks, because even at school, we don't do it all right at one sitting. We give them breaks.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I love the idea of visual learning, especially with kiddos who aren't verbal. Like,
Right.
my daughter is nonverbal.
Yeah.
And so I know at the school, one of the things is she does have a talking device, but it's pictures, and when she
Yeah.
hits it, it talks for her. But one of the crazy things is that I think you could just, like, maybe if you didn't have a whiteboard, you could probably just put it up on like piece of
Totally.
paper
Piece
or
of paper.
something, right?
Yep.
And then they could do it that way.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. But my child, well, actually all three, but more specifically my daughter, she has a really hard time when her schedule gets thrown off.
Right.
So would you have any tips about, the children that like a rigid schedule? They want to know what's coming next. Like, it's hard for them to process outside of that.
Yeah, so that's why that visual schedule is really good, but being consistent on your time. So make sure, like, if you have I'm going to wake them up at 8 o'clock and we're going to start our day, and then right away they can see what's happening and kind of keep it consistent of every day what's going to happen. And then letting them know. So first we're gonna do reading, and then you get a break. We use that a lot. First and then is really good, because then it lets them know what's gonna happen next. And then also try, like, and it's really important, I think, is like even lunchtime, like making sure you put down a lunchtime, going outside, and just kind of letting them know what's gonna happen. But one of the greatest things that I think is, if your child loves, like your son loves cars and sharks.
Yeah.
So if you can modify the learning with that, so if you're doing math, grabbing sharks and counting the sharks, doesn't always have to be done on the piece of paper.
Right.
The other thing is, like, if you have to write a story, take them out on nature walks, allowing them to explore things. And as a parent, you can be writing down, like, ask the child, like, what are you seeing? And then you write it down, so that when you guys come back, you're able to see he's able to see what you wrote, and then you guys can work on that together.
That's awesome. So you guys, just write off a couple things. Visual learning.
Yeah.
So if you can do that, find a way to do that. A visual schedule.
Yeah.
That way you can stay that way. And now and then, is that what you said?
Yeah.
So what you're going to be doing now versus what you're going to be doing later is really great. I do have a child that wants to know everything.
Yeah.
Which is good, but sometimes it's hard, because if something changes, then they can kind of get bent out of shape, if you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
But it's okay. So that's awesome. And then just find different ways to learn and you know, I love that idea because it's so true. If you give your kid a bin full of Hot Wheels and you're like, hey, we're gonna work on addition, that's gonna be way more fun than you know, a paper and a pencil. And so I appreciate that. We had London had her special ed teacher email us, and she kind of went over a few little things, but I would suggest to you, if you have access to all your teachers through email, maybe just shoot them an email, ask them, hey, what does a typical day look like? And they can let you know, and then like Antoinette said, you could just modify that to fit your needs. And again, this, you know, we're kind of talking more on that elementary age,
Right.
intermediate age children, but this goes for anything. Even if your children are in those preteens, teenage years, all of this works. And so we just hope that today you got a little quick tidbit of something that you can do with your children who have special needs. We love you. Parents, you are heroes. You are doing a great job. Those kiddos are lucky to have you as their moms, their dads, the loving them. And so just know that every day that you get up and you pray for your kiddos, you spend that time with them, you're interacting, you are changing their life. And so thank you for that. We love you. And is there anything else before we get off of here that you want to add?
Just have fun. Have fun with your kids. Enjoy them. And even in the moments of maybe they might be having a fit or being frustrated, find joy in it.
Yeah.
Just enjoy them.
Yeah, that's right. Well, you guys, thank you so much for spending your Monday with us. We love doing these table talks. We hope that they bless you, and we'll see you next time.